Oh my, are you gonna do music too?
It's live now.
No. You know, Daniel tried to get me to do music the other day, and I said, you gotta wait for hit or miss.
That's right. You do. So, what is this? Your early lobby show now?
Yeah, I'm addicted to early lobbies now that I have a computer.
Well, you're not using your laptop anymore?
No, I'm using my laptop, yeah. That's what I meant by computer.
Okay, so you're not using your
Versus a
cell phone.
phone. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I need more rounds. Oh no.
So today's daily show was interesting. Did you guys catch that?
I did not get a chance.
Nope. What happened?
They decided since they were in Colorado, and because of the date, that they would buy some legal marijuana, and Bob would get high.
Oh.
Uh-oh. So what happened? Did a cop come and pick them up?
No, no. It was legal. It's no big deal. But that's why G-Webs was asking, like, he wanted a third person in case the conversation got sidetracked with Bob, that he could, like, bounce off the other people. And it's actually kind of funny. I don't know how far into it was. It wasn't very far into it, but G-Web's dog took a crap inside Bob's trailer. And when he said, like, oh, crap, my dog had an accident, Bob stood up and said, where? And stepped right in it. So then G-Web's like, well, I gotta go clean this up now. And I had to, like, try and talk to fill the dead air.
Nice. I'm gonna have to listen to that.
That's hilarious.
But I mean, the whole thing was kind of just about, kind of different topics about, like, marijuana and guns.
Like how much marijuana to put inside your gun?
We never answered that question.
Like how much can you stuff in the mag well?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we should have asked that, like, 9mm or 45?
223 all the way.
We're gonna make hemp rounds.
Nah, dude. 223 sucks. It's all about 556.
Technically, the same thing.
Technically not the
it isn't.
same thing.
The only difference is the pressure.
So there's a difference, meaning
And
not the same thing.
It's
Right,
thicker.
if you're going to say
Thicker apparatus.
technically,
Technically, the case itself is the same.
No.
it's not. You're wrong.
The dimensions are smaller on the inside of the case.
Mhm.
Oh, on the inside. Okay, well, I'm glad we got that settled.
Yeah. It's the difference.
Just face it, you're wrong. Technically speaking, they're different. Functionally speaking, they're the same thing.
So, functionally speaking, I'm right.
No.
I would say yes, but you said technically, and so technically, they're different.
This is what happens when you get in the conversation with engineers.
Well,
They
don't
always got to
say
be right and
technically
prove
if
you
you don't
wrong.
mean technically.
I mean, this is what happens when you get into a conversation and you're arguing a point that is incorrect against someone who is correct.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you two right now. You want Flippy to be right?
Well,
Flippy's right a lot of times, I
he's
think.
agreeing with me, so it's okay.
I mean, I would say I'm right like majority of the time.
You guys are taking Flippy's side over mine? Wow.
No, Flippy
Wow.
happens to be on the same side as me. It doesn't mean I'm taking his side.
You're taking his side. That's what it is.
You know, if
I'm
you're gonna
not the
be
one
all
who's
like a girl
included.
about it and whine
I'm not
and
the one who's
cry,
included from hit or miss, so I don't know whose side who's taking. Oh, wait.
You're just pissed that we don't let you on hit or miss. That's all it is.
Nah, dude. Super chill.
Super chill, just as long as I give you a patch.
Dude, you know, 420 blaze it, brownie and all. Which I think that's also really funny that G-Webs and Bob went to a bunch of pot stores today.
Just don't bring that
Can
back with
anybody
you.
hear me?
You wish we
No,
can.
We can hear you.
can't hear you.
Okay. I mean, this might be the last you hear of me, so who knows? And
Uh-oh.
don't anybody say, fantastic!
We didn't hear you say fantastic.
Well, the problem is, Dano, we don't have Bob here to say that, so...
Why, what's wrong, Dan? Are you dying or something?
No, my computer and/or internet connection is dying.
Oh.
Oh, does it have that weird pregnant virus? The
No.
Mexican virus or whatever?
No, you only get that from the breastfeeding websites.
Failure to authenticate error.
Well, quit using bootleg Google.
Yeah.
But it's so hard.
Man, I went to start this chat up today. A little thing popped up, and it's like, do you want to do a quicker, easier way to stream? And I was like, well, whatever, because I just recently learned how to start like a regular Google Hangout.
Sounds
And I'm
kind
like,
of
well,
corny.
I'll hit the button, and then it's talking about like YouTube has its own encoder and all this shit. I'm like, this isn't easier. Fuck this. I'm going back to Google Hangouts.
Exactly.
But I'm worried because that thing said like stream live. It was in beta. I'm worried if they think it's a good idea, they're just gonna cancel the Google Hangout part and force everyone to do the YouTube thing.
Well, it's possible, but it doesn't mean that YouTube won't provide its own encoder. I mean, with the reason that they do that is for the larger channels that want more control over the production values.
Mm-hmm.
If you run your own encoder, you can do a lot of things that the generic one that Google provides doesn't do. It doesn't allow you to control. But for what we do, the generic one is just fine.
Right. I'm just worried they're gonna force everyone to use that and just not even.
I don't think they'll do that.
Well, I hope not.
Because there were Hangouts before the Google YouTube merger thing.
Right.
And it always worked the same, so.
They were always part of YouTube, not part of Google originally. It was not Google's idea to do Hangouts. That was YouTube's.
No, I think it was Google.
There were
Probably
Hangouts.
YouTube or Google.
It was a
It was not via Google. And then later
it was a
on,
Google Plus beta thing.
right, but before there was a Google Plus, there were Hangouts via YouTube.
Were they just live streams or were they?
Yeah,
Google
I mean, that's what we're doing now is a live stream. And then it gave you the option to save it to your channel or not.
All right.
I mean, the difference was
I thought like what Faded
Remember-
Destiny was doing was like a one channel hangout, or not like a hangout, but a live stream.
remember when Google suddenly said we all had to have a Google Plus account in addition to a YouTube account?
Yeah.
Okay, well, when we just had YouTube-only accounts, I could still run a chat.
Oh yeah, but they still started in August 2012.
I don't remember the exact date, but as far as the order of what
It was a Tuesday, a nice day.
Isn't that the date that Skynet goes online?
No, Skynet's been online forever. It's called Google.
Yeah.
You know, Google's company catchphrase is like "Don't be evil" or "Don't do evil" or something.
They changed it. It's do the right thing now.
Oh,
Do the right thing, like Spike Lee. Spike Lee's movie.
I'm just worried any company that has to remind itself not to be evil
Is evil.
Yeah, they're borderline.
They're not even borderline. They've got 1 foot in.
It's like if every day you wake up and you say, okay, I'm not going to do anything evil today. You're probably already borderline bad person.
You're probably already halfway there.
Well, at least you're waking up and trying.
True.
Now, if only that would work on Hillary. By the way, you
Hey.
hear she got New York? Big surprise.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo. Next you're going to tell me that water's wet.
You didn't know that?
Your lack of sarcasm detection disturbs me.
No, I'm just fucking.
What
with you.
about Trump or the Republican primaries?
Yeah, Trump won. It's New York. Are you really surprised that Trump wins?
No.
I'm not surprised by anything anymore.
So we're all voting for John McAfee, right?
Oh,
No.
That guy in Top Gun?
Yeah, that's totally the guy in Top Gun.
Yeah. He was on Oprah, jumped over the couch.
Who? Kevin Hart?
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, dude. Kevin Hart's awesome. Was screaming about Monica Lewinsky jumping on Oprah's couch.
I come back and it's all quiet.
There wasn't much more you can go on when you say Monica Lewinsky.
Chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, boom, boom.
Wow, it's suddenly turning into a 70s porn. So if we need porn music, we go to Dano because, that's his area of expertise.
I'll give you the beat.
Wow, the fact that he plays along with it is hilarious. Thank you, Dano. That made my day.
The beat that'll get you on your feet.
What's that sound? Oh, 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 oh.
okay.
Okay.
That was a bit much.
You ass.
I don't want my second ever lobby.
I think I need my
I
gun
did
now.
not. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for shit. Who asked for that? Night Strike? Sounds like something Night Strike would ask for.
Not at all.
Yeah, you kind of did, Knight.
You started the fire.
No, but I didn't start the fire. I only watched it
you
burn.
did. Yes, you did. You felt the burn?
I don't feel the burn, just like most of New York.
You don't feel the burn when you pee?
Too soon. Too soon.
No, I don't think it was soon enough.
I love his attempt, though, of him being like, I was born here. I'm from here. I am part of you people. Like, he was fucking shouting that for, like, the last week on his way to New York. And then they're like, nah, we're with the bitch.
Yes. Yeah. Even though she's from Illinois, spent most of her life in Arkansas, and the other part of it in D.C., she's a New Yorker.
Yeah, because she was, like, mayor fucking something stupid for, like, a week or two.
Yeah, they wanted the bitch with the itch.
With the crotchety itch. See how I'm working it back?
Oh, that's great. The fucking... the Democrat candidates are just various forms of, like, sexually transmitted diseases.
Wow.
We've got the burn, now we've got the itch.
Though you could argue that she's also a witch.
But, in our current state, we can't burn the bitch.
We can't burn the bitch anymore. They stopped that back in the 1700s? Stopped burning people at stake?
Yeah.
Well, that's when it was all the rage.
It's a
Well,
shame,
no,
too. It was a good time.
it was a good time. You know, good times burning people at stakes.
I mean, only hookers. They're not people.
Hookers are definitely people.
No, they're not. Hookers don't have souls. They can't be people.
Well,
They have souls.
they have dirty souls.
That's like saying
It's-
a dog has a soul.
It's the oldest profession, right?
Well, yeah, next to
Oh.
politics.
So it's a profession.
Next to farming.
Nah, agriculture came way later than prostitution.
Nah, because there was that whole garden thing. Either way, hookers don't have souls. It doesn't matter where they came from.
Are you speaking from personal experience?
What, about hooking?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, just because I occasionally partake in the blow in hookers doesn't mean, like, I'm an expert on blowing hookers.
You sound like an expert, you know, pulling out this left and right.
Pulling out? Really?
Nah, dude.
That was bad.
I don't even know if I want to go any farther with that.
I mean, if what I said was bad, that's just horrible.
Okay, let's go back to guns. So yeah, guns.
They're
Yeah.
great.
I don't know. Some would say my pull-out game is weak, but I'd say my keep-in game is strong.
I'd say you're shooting blanks.
Eh. Nah, dude, can't be shooting blanks. Shooting 45. It's just too powerful. They can't make blanks for 45.
They're too slow.
But you said
Hey,
you only
guys.
shoot 40 Smith and Wesson.
Nah, dude, I'm not like Bruce Jenner. I fire a real man's caliber.
So 9mm, right?
Nah, dude. I'm not a little girl. I fire a real man's caliber.
So 380, right?
I don't even know what that is. I'm just gonna stick to my 45 AARP.
Actually, I actually have a serious question, and it's about Amazon. I purchased a front sight to check it out on my AK,
Right.
and I ordered it Sunday night. Didn't expect it to move, but as of this moment, it still has not been shipped.
You do free shipping?
Yeah,
It could take up to 7 days.
just to
Wait,
ship.
are you
Yeah,
are you a Prime member?
yeah. But once they ship it, you'll get it like in a day.
Well, if it's Prime, then
No, it's not.
oh, okay.
I
then
just
yeah.
never. Whenever I've ordered and I've gone with the free shipping, usually within business days, 24 to 48 hours, it's at least picked if it hasn't shipped.
I've had it the majority of times I've ordered lately. I don't know. The past 3 years, I guess. If I pick free shipping, it won't ship for like 5 to 7 days.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess I'll wait because I was thinking about just canceling an order from like Brownells or somebody.
No, it'll take forever to ship.
Brown L's will take like even longer. Fucking, I'm still waiting on my goddamn buffer tube to even like withdraw from my account so they'll fucking ship the goddamn thing. Like I ordered a buffer tube April 15th and they're like they still haven't removed the money from my account. And it's still like the whole order is still just pending.
Well, have you actually? Do they have a number that you can call to talk to a person?
Yeah, but like the number I called took me to like a voicemail thing where it was like, our orders take 5 business days before they bill you, and then they won't bill you until they ship. But here's an email you can email us at. So I fucking emailed them and like nothing happened. I didn't get any response back or shit.
Big surprise.
Yeah. And then like fucking AIM surplus, which I realize AIM is like one of the major bad guys from Marvel. So
They are not.
yeah, AIM? Yeah, they are, dude. The fucking AIM people are always selling shit to like Hydra and like all the fucking villains of the world in Marvel.
Oh, come on. Hydra aren't the bad guys. They're the good guys.
Two
Right?
sides of the same coin. I guess if you're a Nazi, they're the good guys.
I got all my Bakelite mags from AIM.
But yeah, like I ordered something. I can't remember even what I ordered from them. I ordered it like 3 days ago. I checked and they were like, "Oh, your order's still pending." So I called up like, "Yeah, your order's not going to ship until tomorrow. We were busy."
Yeah, I think it says so, like, on their website.
So, Moon, I got a question for you. Do you order Bakelite mags because you just like the way they looked and for your Instagram type stuff, or do you purchase them because you think or feel that they're much more durable, dependable than your typical European steel, Eastern European steel mags?
Both.
So,
I would
which,
say equal to steel mags.
okay. I mean, because I understand as far as aesthetically, yeah, they definitely look nicer than your typical steel mag.
Well, Bakelite is like a plastic, so, wouldn't it be just the same as any polymer mag?
It's a bit sturdier, and
No,
there's
it's
like,
reinforced with steel.
yeah. Personally, Bakelites are my favorite. Like they're super fucking sturdy and they're like lightweight, and they look cool as all hell.
And they're tough. I mean, I've been banging the ones I have loaded around with the steel ones, and there's not a scratch on them.
And even if there were, you would be able to tell that fucking Bakelite shit always looks scuffed and scratched.
Yeah, mine's like, all three of them got different types of grains and shit.
Now, are yours Bakelites all Russian or are they various?
I don't know. I got two with, I don't know a lot about them, but I got two with the star on the bottom,
Okay.
and one with the arrow with the triangle.
That is Mash and Tula, or Tu whatever. Both are Russian.
Yeah. They
Although
were
I
on
will.
sale at AIM for like, I don't know, $31.95 or something.
Oh,
And then
nice. How long ago was that?
they shipped them free. That was probably early 2015.
Yeah, like the Bakelite stuff all just went away last year, pretty much. I found a vendor, or I don't know if I can call him a vendor. I found some dude who apparently acquired a ton of them and was selling me like those magazines for like $20 a piece.
Nice.
So, Moon, just generally speaking, how many AK mags do you have in total of both types, or all types?
I have about 25.
Oh, okay. But most of them tend to be in what category?
Steel and
European type.
steel, yeah.
Okay.
I have a few like cheap Bulgarians. I got a couple waffle mags. I got this clear Bulgarian mag.
When you say cheap Bulgarian, what do you mean by that?
They're commercial mags, so they're not military. They
Oh,
don't
okay,
have
gotcha.
steel reinforced locking lugs, but they do have steel feed lips or steel
Okay,
reinforced feed
gotcha.
lips. I got one P mag, AK P mag,
There you go. I got
just to test it out, but I never had a problem with it. I
one
never
of my
bought any more though.
One of my rifles came with a Tapco.
Yeah, I gave my Tapcos to my dad. And I sold him my NPAP.
So I got that particular rifle. I've not had to the range yet, but I also bought some magazines over the winter. And once I run those at least once through to verify that they're as functional as I suspect that they are, I'll probably um, try to work the Tapco into the rotation and see how that goes. Just because I have it.
They work. I never had them bust feed lips, but people say the feed lips break.
What, on the Tapcos?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of Tapcos just because fucking I bought two AKs that they threw in like fucking 5 Tapco magazines each. And they're just like, eh.
I think for what I'll call range or bench rest type shooting, they're fine.
They're ugly.
Yeah, I mean, but as far as you're not going to war with them. But as far as if you're just going to the range, going to shoot off a bench, then they'll suit that purpose just fine. But if you want to get down on the ground, rest in the prone position, have that heel of the magazine, down on the ground where you're putting some stress on it, then it may not last quite so long. Because you don't gently bring it down to the ground. You don't throw it down, but you don't gently lay it down like it's a holiday pie or something.
Well, that's the biggest complaint with Tapco mags is they're polymer. They're all polymer. There's nothing reinforcing anything. So.
Yeah. But on a bench, you're not wailing on your magazine. You're just inserting it.
Right. I don't have a problem with any kind of range mag if you bought it just for the looks. That's what I buy a lot of stupid mags for. But yeah. Well, I don't know. We're all smart enough to keep the reliable ones for the zombie apocalypse and mess around with the range mags.
Yeah. Also, I want to say that fucking LA Police Gear is a fucking great ass place. I bought a pair of boots from them that I couldn't find anywhere else for like a rather decent price. I got an email last night saying that if I spend $100 or $111 or more, they'll send me like a free pair of knockoff like 511 pants. So like I emailed them this, or I fucking like live chatted with them this morning. It was like, yo, can I get a free pair since like I ordered the shoes? And they're like, well, you ordered the shoes last week, but we'll give you a free pair anyways.
Now, did you get shoes or did you get boots?
Boots?
Okay, because you kept saying shoes. I just was trying to figure out. So what type of boots did you get, or are you getting?
Well, they haven't arrived yet because UPS is like the bane of my existence. But I will be receiving a set of Solomon Forces XA Pro 3D with like the Gore-Tex.
What brand is it again?
Solomon?
Solomon?
Mm-hmm. These boots.
Oh, okay. And what did those run? Where'd you get them for?
I got them for shipped and everything about $180.
What do they normally tend to run? Is that their normal price or?
Yeah, their normal price is about. Well, I got the green version, which apparently are next to impossible to find the goddamn things. The regular price for like the tan or the black is like I can go down to my local police store and pick up a pair for about $150.
Mm-hmm.
But like no one had the green ones in stock, and they were like the only ones, and it was like $170. So now I have fancy boots, fancy like pants,
Fancy pants.
and like I could be all operator as fuck now. I just need to like grow my beard in like even more.
Yeah, I go with the fisherman look. Jeans and a
Where it's all like spread out. Oh, I thought you were talking about the beard.
no, not the beard.
Like I now need a big, poofy like hobo beard.
No. You need the Grizzly Adams beard. That's what I go for.
It's the same thing.
Well, that's the
No, it's different.
Bob's original thumbnail picture. He had his beard all woolly mammoth style.
Yeah, because like I already have the chest rig. I now need to like find an operator hat and get me some Oakley glasses too, while I'm at it.
And then what?
And then make YouTube videos acting like I'm cooler than I really am.
So, what
Be like
branch of
Instructor
the
Flippy.
what branch of the service are you going to pretend that you're in?
One that you're not allowed to know about.
Secret Ops.
You're a Delta Elite, Green Beret,
I
Space
have
Shuttle
Green
Door-
Delta Black Ops.
I like the Space Shuttle Door Gunner.
Oh wow.
If you're gonna go all the way.
Flippy was a space shuttle gore gunner.
Gore Gunner?
Yes.
But, you know, spaceships don't have doors, they have gores.
Yeah. Oh, he was a door gunner. Excuse me.
In the movie Alien, there was a
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, fucking, like, you know, fucking Hicks and I were in the same unit in, like, the Space Marine things.
yeah.
Right.
Now you're stealing movie valor?
If it wasn't for that time machine, we couldn't take advantage of Flippy's advanced technical knowledge that we are unaware of.
Yeah, you know,
you
I
know,
went back in time with, like, the fucking Terminator and killed Bill Paxton. Like, the Terminator.
Oh God. Oh God. We're all going to die.
Because his military name is Broken Wind.
I thought it was broke wind because he forgot to add the N.
It could be.
I mean, I didn't do shit.
No, he won't have his name. He'll just have his nickname on his vest.
No. He'll just have the panda on his vest, and he'll just say, "I'm the guy formerly known as Flippy or whatever."
As a hippie.
AKA Breaking Wind.
Night strikes. I mean, I guess it's kind of late, but, like, you know, you're kind of hitting that sauce hard there, buddy.
No, it's just allergies today.
Gore Gunner and hippie.
Allergies, man. They got me down.
So what color vial were you sampling from this afternoon? Bob was yellow and green.
Yeah, that was an interesting show, wasn't it, Daniel?
Yeah. let's interview somebody who's going from sober to high.
What, did Bob just go down various levels of go fuck yourself?
I'm laughing with that cackle. No?
I was a little surprised there wasn't more cackling laughter. I guess that's his sober laughter.
Old as shit.
Well, I'm only guessing,
it's all
but
serious when he.
but- I would say that since G-Webs was physically in the same room as him, there was a little bit of implied control. You know, it's a little different than like all of us here who can't reach through the internet and tap each other on the head and say, knock it off. But if you're in the same
Yeah.
room, you have to behave. That cackle drives me crazy.
I'm not gonna even watch it.
Well, I'm absolutely probably going to watch it later.
Oh no, it was informative. In fact, I missed the first 45 minutes of it, so I was watching that before I came in here. No, except for a couple of portions, it was a decent decent afternoon show.
I just liked it because that sexy snowman was in there.
Yeah.
So, Smeggy, are you finally going to break down and get the AK?
I'm
Yeah.
actually looking at 2 different AKs right now.
I saw the Polish one you linked.
Does that one have a legitimate Polish barrel in it?
No. Is that the Atlantic Arms one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So there's that one, and then there's a DDI one that uses Hungarian's part kit.
DDI.
Yeah, go with the DDI. Because you at least know
That's
that
what, like $100 more. So,
fucking builder for like Atlantic Firearms. They're not even like announcing who the fucking builder is.
Yeah, I had to like do a little research to find out who builds for Atlantic, and he was kind of, when he built projects for other people, the reviews were like kind of 50-50.
okay, that answers that.
Or, and here's a big or, you could go and have Definitive Arms build you an AK. And you'll get it next year, in time for a new AK pro.
Smiggy, let me just ask you a couple of questions. Forgetting about what country some of the parts used to come from, what attributes would you like to have in your first AK? Because they have different attributes, some of them.
He wants it wood, and he wants it 7.62 by 39.
Those are both correct answers. And I also want it as foreign as possible.
Well, you can only get as foreign as 922R.
I know. That's why I said as possible.
Well, most of them go do that as possible.
Well, I mean, some of the, like, the Century 100% US ones. I
Do you
don't want
remember the
those.
model number of the DDI one?
I can post a link to that also. Give me a second.
Unless she calls.
Bum, bum, bum.
Busy now.
Because then this chat is over.
Well, this is on my computer, so I could just mute if that happened. I was on the phone earlier.
Priorities, and this chat ain't it, but me getting something is.
Until, someone accidentally kicks the mute button off, and then
And
this
frankly,
chat becomes horrifying.
and I can't blame you.
No, it's not horrifying. He's just giving us ammunition.
I mean, I personally don't need to hear Smeggy's love of getting pegged.
It's not like that's something I would talk about on the phone anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Flippy, don't confuse Smeggy for your desires, okay?
Oh, my desires are 3 redheads with rather large tits all bouncing around on top of me in various places.
How do
But
you know
gingers
I'm not
have
a
no
large
souls.
redhead with...
I don't care. Neither do hookers. That doesn't stop me.
So you've never seen me. I might be a large redhead with bouncing tits.
I have.
That's true.
But I don't
It
count.
even has the side mount, and it's on a milled receiver, which the milled thing kind of like, whatever. But
Where did you put the link at? External.
In
Yeah,
the lobby.
yeah, I'd say.
Oh, I guess I could have done internal.
It's not a bad one. It's just a little more.
How did?
Ooh, so tempting.
Milled.
So tempting.
Why did this guy jump into our thing and then ask if Dead Horse was here?
Because I'm assuming he thought Moon was Dead Horse. And his icon looks a lot like Dead Horse's icon.
Oh no, stolen internet valor.
Yeah. Stolen gun channels, Valor.
Stolen gun channels valor. Oh shit.
Hey man, I
It's
earned
on now.
a new badge today.
Now, yes, you did. But before we go on to that, I just want to read a comment from the internal chat, not the internal chat, the chat at Gun Channels. Robbie says, for a few more bucks, get an arsenal.
They don't make them anymore.
I would be okay with an arsenal. I can't find an arsenal with the wood.
Yeah, he has to have the wood.
I have to. It just ain't worth it for me.
Although,
So you're saying that what is it?
never mind, I lied.
What the hell is it?
Do they have an SLR with a fixed stock?
Actually, wait.
Wood on it.
There is, in fact, a wood arsenal. Let me pull up K-Bar and see if they have any in stock.
See, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
but
I
it's
was
like
finding a lot of
1200.
stuff that's not in stock. It's been killing me. I don't know. It must be AK-April is so popular that like the entire world went out and bought AKs this month.
So on Gunbroker, it's impossible to find an arsenal that's got all wood. Gunbroker's empty.
Oh, I was just about to slap my hands together and yell "bam," but I just read the out of stock thing. Are you super sold on the fact that it has to be a 7.62 AK?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yep.
Like this arsenal wouldn't like persuade you?
Depends. Is it like $5?
I mean,
I'd spend $5 on a 74.
I mean, the difference is like, do you want to get 35, 40 miles per gallon in your brand new car, or do you want 25 miles per gallon? In the long term, it's cost of ammunition.
Yeah, I don't really care.
It's like $1 more per box.
Oh no, dude, that's got the folding stock and shit. That's not what I want.
Yeah, dude, but it's also wood.
He wants
I
a
don't know.
wood stock.
It's like a real crank, almost.
I mean, it is basically a real crank.
I'm sure it's probably nice, but that's not what I'm looking for.
It's like the AKs of all AKs.
Well, it's a pistol. It's not even a rifle.
No, it is a rifle. It has a stock.
It's factory SBR'd.
Oh,
Does that mean it's only a $5 transfer, or do you have to pay the full
Oh, you
SBR
pay
transfer?
the full $200 big boy transfer.
Yeah, fuck that.
so $2,100 plus another $200.
Yeah, no.
So
It's worth it.
it's absolutely worth it.
Well, then, you get it and tell us how it is.
I will.
Yeah, you go ahead and buy it. That's fine.
I mean, I'm already in the process of building my fucking SBR AK. I just have to file the paperwork for that. Well, here,
Well,
there's.
Wait, building? That's not very sporting of you.
I don't understand. Here is the another arsenal that's wood furniture, but it's an underfolder.
Yeah, I don't think you're grasping the wood furniture aspect.
I mean, it has wood furniture, bro.
No, it's not
I
just
want a wood
cars.
butt, okay? I want my butt to have wood.
Fixed stock plus wood.
Doesn't sound good.
Peggy is asking for his butt to be filled with wood.
Dude, can you get a contact high through the internet? Because I don't know, man.
I had no idea
I
you
didn't touch nothing.
I had
Were
no
you
idea
making
you
out
got
with Bob over the internet?
Bob's second hand.
Bob made all of Gun Channels high when he got high. But yeah, no, like straight up, fucking, there's wood. That's wood furniture, like the handguard
It's
and
Bob.
like
It was
the
huge.
pistol grip.
How many times does he have to say, wooden buttstock until you get it?
Just until it stops being funny that he's talking about wood in his butt.
wonder if my FFL is around. I should give him a call.
You can get a Sam 7 and put wood on it.
Sure can.
Wow, Kavar is now completely out of stock on all of their SLR 107s. Well, 3 days ago, Rifle Dynamics was selling surplus wood kits, like the wood furniture, for like $30, but it looks like they sold out again.
There's some guy asking $1,600 for a Sam 7 with just the plastic furniture up front and the plastic fixed stock. I mean, brand new, they're like $1,200. I mean, the guy's asking like a $400 premium. I mean, I was lucky in my as far as how I got mine for $950. Used but unfired. Because somebody didn't talk to his wife before he bought it. And the wife gave him the choice of me or your fancy gun. You make the decision tonight. Brought it back the next morning along with 3,000 rounds of ammo that he bought at the same time.
Wait, you can turn your wife in at the gun store?
I'm sure he probably wanted to.
What?
I mean,
what's
honestly,
that?
it sounds like the guy made the wrong decision.
I say, what's that thing? There's some joke. It's like, looking for a good home. My wife is allergic to my dog, and like the house broke in. Blah blah blah. Da da da. And then like at the end, it alludes that he's giving away his wife. I totally butchered it, but it's funny.
Yeah, you fucked that up pretty good.
I know I did. That's why it started with what's that thing? Because I obviously don't remember it exactly. I just remember the premise. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
I am going to find an all-wood AK of high quality.
No, you won't.
I didn't say I'd find it, like at this instant.
Yeah. So?
Just look for like a Mac 90 for like, I see them sometimes for like 900.
Well, I'm trying to find out which of either the SAM or the SLR series came with wood versus the black polymer. How far, either in model number or in years of production, how far back you'd have to go to find it. Because they've been doing them with the plastic for a long time now.
308 is 762 by 51? Or is it 54?
Yes, 51.
Okay. I mean, oh, why don't you buy a Draco? That's foreign as fuck. Like, that's more foreign than, like, the Arsenals.
Yeah, if you get some type of pistol, then you get, like, the whole thing's correct.
Yeah, like, you get that country's gun. And right now, fucking Classic Firearms is running a special on Dracos. $500 comes with 2 PMags.
So you get the receiver, the barrel, everything.
Yep, all of it would be straight
Pistol.
up. You even get a cleaning rod too. All that shit is straight up,
Romanian.
whatever. Yeah, Romanian. And the Romanians are actually, they're not bad at building guns. It's just, Century's just bad at rebuilding guns.
Well, a lot of people think that the only gun that comes out of Romania is the fucking
The
Wasser.
Wasser.
It's not.
Like the various Dracos come out of Romania. There's like that other AK.
The SARS. And the PSL.
Now, I want to
No,
say
it's a bad made gun either.
you can buy good to very good condition wood for just under $100 if you end up buying one and just want to do the replacement of the plastic guards with the wooden guards. And they're not brand new, because then you're talking hundreds of dollars. If you go to like Ironwood or somebody else that actually makes them brand new, but they're actually from the country that they say they're from, it's just they took it off some other rifle and are reselling it.
Yeah. Dano, didn't you do that with your Sam 7?
Yes, I took the rails off, replaced them with the polymer ones, polymer handguards, and then sold the rails for
Oh,
100.
someone bought the rails?
What?
Someone actually bought the rails?
Yeah, for 120. I mean, they sell the rails at Arsenal for 180.
So you got the gun basically for $830.
Right.
Nice.
Minus the cost of, or plus the cost of the plastic.
Right. Right. That was that to buy the front. I want to say it was like 35, something like that.
Alright. Still good though.
Yeah, so you got like, what, $80 off or whatever of the fucking...
Yeah. From the 950, so minus 80, so that's 870, I think.
Yeah, that's like a super deal.
And I got a free Tapco mag. I also got a 5-round, although this came with the rifle when the guy bought it, but a 5-round Bulgarian mag.
Yeah, I don't really like the 5-rounders.
Well, I like the ones
You
that
got 5 rounds. Have you tried to load them? They're 10-round magazines.
Honestly, as soon as I brought home my fucking SLR 107, I just kind of like, I took that magazine out of the box and just kind of like threw it.
I heard you say that. It is kind of junky, but for like a bench rest.
Exactly. When you're trying to zero it, and you don't have to get the magazine, because the 30-round magazine gets in the way.
This is the mag you guys got, right?
Yep, that looks like it.
It's 10 rounds.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's 10 rounds. Well, that was my mistake when I said 5. By the way, you're patching your pictures upside down.
Which patch?
Which one?
The one that just shows the loops, the Velcro only.
This one.
Oh, now it's still the wrong direction.
No, it's right.
Nah, it's kind of at like a
Anyway,
weird angle.
there's no like PBR said that there was metal feed lips and shit like that in these mags, but there's no. It's all polymer. It's like a pure polymer except for the base pad and spring.
I mean, I could pull mine out, but yeah, I mean, I just look at it as what it's good for is when you want to check your sights, zero them out. That's what it's really good for. And if my front sight ever gets shipped, I might actually have an opportunity to check that out.
But yeah, nah, like I tossed mine across the house and then slapped in a Bakelite like it belongs
Then how did you zero it?
with a Bakelite.
I zeroed mine, or
With the 30 round?
no, I
Yeah.
haven't even adjusted the sight on mine yet. It shoots an inch to the left at 25 yards. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, if 25 yards, if it's an inch off, then it's good enough.
I guess it's not good enough for me.
Well, I mean, but the AK is not supposed to be a precision rifle.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I can make it more. I could be more precise than having to compensate for an inch left at who knows what distances. Or further,
Yeah.
or further than an inch at a further distance.
I mean, but I mean, well, did you have a reasonably tight group, like within?
Yeah, I'm about to show you in a minute.
Okay. And while we're waiting for Moon to go show us his targets, let me entertain you with porn talk.
Oh,
Okay. Apparently, Lisa Ann is back in the business after she said, like, a year and a half ago that she's quitting
Business of what?
porn.
I didn't even know who she was.
It's porn talk, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm tempted to go take a look at my little 10-rounder. I'll be back.
yep.
Oh, are you back with your? You got your target?
No, I gotta scroll down my Instagram so far.
Oh, okay.
So far down. There it is. Maybe it's like an inch and a half to the left.
Yeah, like mine goes a little to the right, but I don't know if that's just me fucking up or whatever.
This definitely wasn't me. There.
Send that gun back to Arsenal and be like, yo, your shit's like, the barrel's not lined correctly.
Yeah, like I've had a few AKs and the PAP was cheap, the Wasser was cheap, and they were all sighted in from Century.
Yeah, again, I would
Like,
say
move this front sight over, motherfuckers. Because
I mean,
I
I'd
don't feel
say
like buying
contact.
I don't feel like buying a front sight tool.
Well, I'd say just contact Arsenal. Be like, hey, your barrel is crooked. I bought this gun and the barrel's crooked and it's causing functioning problems. And they should like fucking be like, all right, we'll send it in, we'll fix it.
I forgot my sandbag, and I just used the mag as like a monopod.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at my 10-rounder. The feed lips are all plastic.
Yeah.
The follower looks plastic to me. I mean, the base plate is metal.
Yeah. Base
Like
plate and spring.
the base plate is stamped U.S.
Yep.
That's probably part of the 922R.
It kind of is, but it's not really.
No.
Yeah.
Well, because it's part of it comes with it.
It's because they have to import it in like a sporting configuration, I think.
Right.
So it can't go past 10 rounds if they're trying to fall into that like category.
So I wonder what it looks like when it's before they touch it, when it's in that sporting configuration.
Basically looks like a like you've seen those.
It's like a bare gun
Yeah.
until they put all the U.S. parts on it. It's like a bare gun. I don't even think the trigger is Bulgarian.
Well, no, like the stuff in it is in the wrong place.
So
Like-
it's not a complete gun when it first gets here.
Let me pull
It's
it
a
up.
complete gun, besides the trigger, I guess. But it's a barreled receiver with all of the hardware, like the gas tube and the front sight and all that shit put on there.
So are they modifying them
Trigger
over
guard.
there before
Really
shipment?
fuck with
Or they
anything. They
modify them
come-
here?
I think they have to modify them before they import them, so before they get here.
Okay, so they're already 922R once they get on the boat.
Yeah.
And when they get here, they just simply go straight to the internet, as is.
Okay, this is how they look pre-converted. This is the way they get shipped in. And then they move this entire trigger guard and assembly forward, and they like change out a few things on it.
I wonder where all the furniture goes. I mean, they just shred all that material and recycle.
Well, I mean, this is how like other companies ship them in. Like this is why the like Vepers come in. But like I'm assuming, and I don't know like exactly, so I'm going to assume that they just ship them in without the furniture on them, because all the furniture on your arsenal is U.S. furniture.
Well, the Vepers come with a fancy thumbhole stock. Wood. The Segas
So-
used to come in like that.
Yeah, like these would be like the Sega conversions. But like I'm going to assume that they don't have any of the furniture on them, and they're like the dimensions on different parts on the parts on are slightly different. To like what the Sega looks like,
So-
what this looks like.
So the U.S. parts don't get put on the gun until it arrives in the U.S.
No, like the furniture will get put on the gun in the U.S. Because what would be the point in like shipping U.S. furniture over there? Like the gun itself isn't, the guns we get aren't like completed yet, and then they could basically complete them over here.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking these questions is because I realize it doesn't make any sense, but it's the way the law is written. Like, does it need to be compliant the moment it hits our shores, or does it just need to be compliant before it's sold to the general public?
I think it needs to be compliant before it hits our shores. I'm gonna pull up the thing just to see like the.
Which is also why I was asking about, do they mod it over there? Because if they did, of course they wouldn't do that unless the law made them do that.
You'd have to read the rules on the ATF for import and export or something.
No.
And FFL, I think, like if you're an FFL, maybe you can get a gun that doesn't have any U.S. parts on it yet, and it's just bare. It has enough parts taken off to where you can put enough that would comply, and maybe an FFL holder is exempt from. I don't know.
Yeah, like personally, I just don't know enough about the process. I've just seen
Yeah.
like certain companies. That's the way they're.
Talk to an importer.
Well, like certain companies, that's the way their AKs come in, is like looking like what I showed, and then they alter it, like they convert it here themselves. Like that was one of the major issues with Wassers back in the day, was the fact that Century's bad at it, and like one of the things about them coming over here is they have to have a single stacked like maximum of a 10-round magazine that goes in them. So like the magazine hole on a Wasser had to be cut out further. Like they had to remove more metal out of the thing just to fit a standard AK magazine into it.
Yeah, they have to widen it.
Yeah, and like that caused a lot of issues because they weren't doing it correctly and like various other things. And they weren't
Just
hammering the
that
barrels
mag
back in
wobble.
correctly. And yeah, all in all, fuck the gun laws because legitimately they're stupid for no other reason than to be stupid.
Well, you got your. I didn't see you had your link there.
Like I feel like the 922 compliant thing was like a push from American gun makers to like limit the amount of product being able to come into the market to like give them an advantage.
So Moon, you said that when you shot that target, you had the front barrel on a rest.
No, I was just using a mag as a monopod.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's pretty good. Pretty good shooting there.
Yeah, I just need to push the front sight over a little, that's all.
Also, I just ran into this. This is the way the SLRs come in.
Well, those front handguards right there on the one you're showing, those are the ones I bought for like 30 some bucks.
Yeah, Kavar makes, or at least Arsenal makes those two here with the stamp, with the U.S. stampings on them.
Yeah, I took my brake off the other day, or the muzzle thing, and the fucking threads are huge on that. Like, I don't know what else I could put on there.
Do you put any Bulgarian like muzzle brake on it? So
I have this Midwest Industries one, but it's not gonna fit on that.
like you know the one that you're supposed to throw onto like that big fucking cone thing that you're supposed to throw onto like the little AK pistols, the booster.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can fucking slap that shit on there and it'll work just as good.
So
What's the company that AK-47 Operators Union is always pimping with the fucking big stupid looking muzzle brake?
Oh,
Zenitco? Because I know
I
they
don't think
fucking
so.
pimp them like all the fucking time.
yeah. I forget what it is, but yeah, there is one particular place that I assume they're sponsors of his channel. I mean, because he just doesn't like. It's not like he just rates them high.
They
He-
put one on every AK before they even
Yeah.
test it.
Exactly, and so that's why I'm assuming that it's a sponsor of the show.
Yeah, it's Zenit. Zenitco. Here.
Okay.
Making me question shit.
Moon, what or which Bulgarian do you have?
The SLR 107.
Oh, okay. Now, is that the same one that Z has?
Yeah.
Okay. And is yours fixed stock or a folder?
It's a folder.
Okay. Side?
Yep.
The A-frame or the wire?
He has.
No, it's the folding polymer stock, yeah.
I think I'm the only one here who had mine is like triangle.
Yeah, they
Oh.
have the triangle version.
Which that one is so much fucking cooler.
I kind of wanted that, but then G-Webs told me the triangle stock is weak, or I get caught up on shit. And
Well, I mean, if I had a
it
choice,
was less practical than the polymer.
if I would have been able to get a fixed stock that also folded, that would have been my preference because it's like the best of both worlds.
You can still do that. How many tangs you got on the back of that? Or,
Uh,
I think they do it for milled too. You can get an ace.
I forget.
And, make it a side folder.
I know there's on the top. It's about 2 inches long. I forget what it is on the bottom.
Yeah, I think you can get an adapter and a folding thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Ace stock itself. I think it'll be like $150 or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can have a folding stock and a
Right.
solid folding stock.
Right now, my current path on purchases slowly is to upgrade my sights on both my not ARs, AKs, and that's why the one front sight that I bought now is that it's a high visibility, not a fiber optic, but it's like that high visibility white with the tritium. And I'm not looking for nighttime shooting. I just looking since my eyes are not that great on getting a better, not losing the front sight in the picture. Because when I shoot, like as an example, 200 yards, a lot of times even though the sight is not very um, thick, I pretty much lose that front sight in the sight picture looking that far.
But yeah, I do it like I'll be able to see the target because I should be aiming at it, and I should be able to see the top half of my target if
Right.
I'm aiming center.
But a man-sized target at 200 yards is as wide, if not slightly narrower, than my front sight. So my front sight kind of covers up or a man-sized target.
Yeah, at that point you're like using the front sight in front of the target that's so small. It's like going back and forth across the top of the front sight.
Right.
I
And
don't know. I don't know
so
if
that's
it's
why
gonna help you there.
I just ordered one instead of two of the front sights. I figured let me see how it works. If I like it, then I'll order another one. And then the other upgrade I was going to make is the Fuller makes a improved rear sight where it's a slightly larger notch. Because the notches on rear sights on AKs to me, are really tiny.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's what I'm saying. All you got to really
It's
do.
also rounded too.
yes,
It's I don't know.
it's a little deeper.
All I
Uh,
ever do when I'm aiming an AK is I fill the rear notch with the front sight, the front blade or whatever the hell it is,
right.
and level it out, and then the top of that, at the very top of the front sight, would be where I'm aiming. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know what a wider one at
Well,
long distance isn't going to help you.
it's because of my vision that I need. I mean, I can't hit what I can't see, and if I and of course, if I can't see the front sight at distance due to either my rear sight, of course, it's all due to my vision. But I'm trying to find crutches for my vision.
But that front sight is like costs the same as LASIK surgery, or that rear sight.
No, it's
Surgery's only 90 bucks.
yeah, like $90.
It's like your copay
Yeah,
for
dude.
LASIK surgery.
Yeah, that you could do. Chat is saying you can throw a red dot on it, which you have the. Does your version have the side
That's
mount?
boring. Boring.
Yeah,
Red dot.
Yeah, then you can just put like a what is it, RS mount on it, and then put a red dot on top.
yeah, I could. But my preference, generally is to use non-electrical uh, sighting systems unless I have no choice.
That's okay. You don't need to like hold yourself to that anymore. You're getting older. You can cheat.
I'll cheat when I need to cheat, but it's like if I have to rely on electronics, um, then I just don't feel that it's and it's not is going to be as reliable as something that's just mechanical only.
Well, I
He'll
mean,
have
his
to get
stock
it.
doesn't fold anyways. He has a Sam 7. Like the one that's not a folding stock version.
Who he?
I'm referring to chat. Ohio 45 ACP
Oh,
saying that if you put that on your gun, the side folding stock won't side fold anymore. So your gun's basically even more like built for it.
does is Atlantic normally just do DDI? Or do
Nah,
they?
Atlantic does pretty much everything.
Yeah, they do all sorts of stuff.
Atlantic, I think they also have Definitive Arms. They have fucking Century, Arsenal, whenever Arsenal has anything. They have like their own specific builders who I don't know if they're worth it or not.
Doesn't make any sense why Arsenal would sell outside themselves when they're selling it directly to the public already.
Because they're selling it for about the same price to the public as everyone else is. Why not like cover all your bases? Like when you go to a local gun store to purchase a gun, because not everyone purchases on the internet, they're not going to slap KVAR shops everywhere.
Oh,
Why wouldn't they be a vendor to
a
someone
gun
else?
store is different because different than the internet. Oh wait,
Daniel's gonna yell at me. I'm eating chips.
As loudly as humanly possible while he's trying to talk.
Why is a gun store different? What do you mean? Like a brick and mortar's different from
because a gun store, they're buying it in a way. It's almost like an individual buying it. They're buying one to try to sell to the public, one or two, maybe three, unless it's like a really big gun store.
Yeah, but they're also getting special pricing because they're
online vendors doing the same thing.
Yeah,
So-
Atlantic would do the same thing.
So Arsenal is now creating competition for themselves online, and that makes no sense. It's like when you could be the sole provider of.
No, they're not. They're just opening up.
They're opening up the market so
They're
more
selling
people
it
can
to
partake.
Atlantic.
They're
So
opening
they're
up
already getting the
another
money for the
option.
guns. They're putting it in Atlantic's warehouse, and then if Atlantic sells it or not, they don't care. They already got the money for it.
They're definitely not going to sell any less guns because they're selling them themselves.
Well, it's the total profit. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine if Ford, not only through their dealerships, but also manufactured cars, you could get a Ford, name whatever model, but all the models are also available at your Chevy dealers.
I mean, it's not the same
No.
thing, though.
Yeah,
That's-
that would be
you're
direct
comparing-
competition.
Yeah, that would be like if Arsenal started stocking, like, I'm not saying these people are competition because they're garbage, IO. That'd be like if KVAR was stocking IO AKs. That would be weird. But it's like going to like a car dealership, like a used dealership that has a bunch of them.
Now, if Arsenal only modified and made their stuff, and then did not have an online direct to the public sales, that would be different. But because they already have direct to the public,
But why wouldn't they sell it to other places? Like I said, as soon as they sell it to Atlantic, they don't care if it hits the market or not. They already got their money for it.
As an example, we'll say a generic SAM 7, just for the sake of the discussion, that if Atlantic gets a hold of a batch of those, they can undercut Arsenal's price because they do get it at a discount. And then
sometimes they have it. They have deals where you can't do that, and if you do, there's a penalty, or they stop selling to you altogether. Pull their product, and the dealer and the buyer has to sign an agreement.
Like for the most part, they're opening up their product to be able to be more accessible to more people. Whereas if they were just like if they were the only ones selling their product and make it so you had to go to them, that's going to cut off a lot of your lines to other people.
But it's not a physical store. It's in the internet. Anyone can go there. It's not like, oh, I can't drive to that city because it's too far to go take advantage of that local
Yeah, but some
manufacturer.
people don't like buying guns off the internet. And some people, older people, won't buy guns off the internet because technology is scary.
Right.
Like,
Can't you go there in Vegas and buy an arsenal?
yeah, you can go to the Arsenal building, I would assume, and purchase an Arsenal. Or no, but they have a KVAR actual storefront, I think. I can't remember which one.
Well, there you go.
But still, you're just opening it up for more of your product to get out there. That would be like Samsung being not putting their TVs in a Wally World because Wally World has their own proprietary brand of TV.
But Samsung doesn't sell them direct. That's the difference. Arsenal does sell direct. Samsung doesn't.
Well, I mean, either way, it's not hurting their bottom line to have more of their supply out there for people to partake in.
Right.
Because again, these people who are also selling it like Atlantic or I will use my gun shop, Front Sight, they purchase their supply from Arsenal. So Arsenal's already making money supplying them with AKs while also selling AKs to the general market at the same time.
Well, it doesn't make
Well,
sense to me.
if
That it
anything,
makes sense to you guys, that's fine. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, here's where it makes sense. By having their own web store or whatever, selling the guns themselves, they get the retail price.
Right. The full
instead-
price.
Yeah, instead of getting the dealer or whatever wholesale.
Right, but it's still the
Value.
exposure. Because I'll use myself as an example. Now, I know about Arsenal because I've been talking with you guys, but let's pretend I never even joined gun channels, and I just decided I'm going to buy an AK for April. When you type in AK, Atlantic's one of the first one that pops up. And you look at that and go, oh, what's this Arsenal thingy? I think I'll buy it. So they're getting much more exposure to the general market. And maybe if I did more research, I'd find out that KVAR exists and I'd buy it from them. But I never would have even heard the word Arsenal if it wasn't on any other websites except for KVAR. And I win the argument because everyone's quiet. Hooray!
I got mine from Locked and Loaded something for 904 free shipping.
I got mine from Front Sight Firearms before Christmas for about, I think it was $7.99, so I paid about $800 for it.
So did you guys get paper manuals with when you bought them new?
Yep.
I think mine's I don't know if it's a book or just a folded up wad of paper.
Mine was a book. I got a book. I got a tube, an oil can thing. I got
Yeah, I got all
a
that stuff.
sling.
The
The
hell's in that tube? Just a
butt stock
cleaning kit?
cleaning kit or the butt stock maintenance kit or whatever that I can't put in mine because mine has a triangle folder.
Right. Mine came with the secret hole for the cleaning kit. You know, the bayonet, not the bayonet, the sling that it was supposed to come with. That was still with it. The magazine that it was sold with, that was still with it. But the gun store had the original box, but he said it was all torn up. I asked him to look to see if there was a manual in there, and he went back and looked, and he said there's no paperwork at all. So, Moon, what you got there? Is that your manual, or what came with it? Is
Yeah, that looks like the manual that I got.
that like a folding piece of paper, or?
Oh, wait. No, that's not what I got. I actually I got a book. Oh, no, okay. Then that is what I got. And to answer Ohio 45, yeah, our KVAR does sometimes have sales on their site to where they're selling it cheaper than full MSRP.
Okay. So.
And no, mine did not come with the bayonet. I bought my bayonet from, fuck was it? Prepper Gun Shop, because Prepper Gun Shop was doing great sales on bayonets.
So, Moon, the one you're pointing to, that's the one that Flippy has? Or that's the one that you have?
That's the one I have.
Okay.
That's the one Moon has.
Okay.
That's the one Pink has. Well,
Okay.
no, that's not the one Pink has. Pink has that ugly-ass purple one.
Is that wood?
No, it's polymer.
Oh.
That's the Desert Tan polymer.
Oh.
I believe Moon has the black polymer, and Pink has the ugly-ass purple polymer. Because he's a crazy person.
See, so you guys got something that I didn't get. You got the fancy manual.
I think KMA Beaver's the only one I know with the tan furniture on his arsenal.
That furniture is so ugly.
Yeah, I don't like it. It doesn't go on an AK.
It doesn't. It also is like. It's also more expensive because of that ugly-ass furniture for some reason.
So in the manual, Moon, does it say anything about break-in?
No. Break-in? Break-in an AK?
I realize that there should be no such thing, but
I do think you have to pour vodka on top of it to make it start working.
the things are written by people who live in cubicles and are lawyers and.
I don't know. George Fuller in one of his build classes was talking about a break-in on an AK. That it's a good idea to run it dry for a bit to like knock whatever needs to be loose or out.
And this was on some building class or what?
Yeah, this was during his like AK builders class that he runs.
And who took that class that you heard that from?
Tactical something or other. He had like this video series of him going through that class.
Nah, nothing about a break-in. Nothing like that crazy shit. It's got zeroing instructions and cleaning instructions, disassembly, reassembly, whatever.
When I had my IO and it wasn't working, I took it into a local gun shop. And I'm like, yeah, this thing's fucking not working. It's being shitty. The dude behind the counter took it apart and couldn't figure out how to put it back together. Like he pulled the gas tube off of it, and then he put the fucking bolt carrier back in before putting the gas tube into it. And then he's just like looking at it funny, and it's just like, here, let me do that for you. And I quickly realized that was not the shop I needed to take that gun to.
I mean, most of the shops in my area don't even carry AKs. And like the one that I got this from, it was a special order. And the guy, he has several employees, but the guy that owns it knows the most there. And which is not saying a lot because when I asked him a question, he says, to me, an AK is an AK. I don't see any differences. And I really don't know anything about them. I mean, so there is no, for me, within, 45, 50 miles, 60, any place to go that you can ask somebody a question and expect to get a knowledgeable answer.
How long did the guy have it before you ended up bringing it back?
24 hours?
That's funny. That's how I got my PPQ. The guy bought it and brought it back unfired, and I got $150 off a brand new PPQ 45.
Wow.
Yeah, that guy still. I'd say that guy made a very poor decision.
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, obviously, he probably should have discussed it beforehand, but then again,
Ah, that's not the poor decision. I never discuss things with my wife before I go out and make large, elaborate purchases. I just go do it. Nah, he made the poor decision instead of like, doing what you're supposed to and being like calling her bluff on that shit, being like, whatever. We'll take the gun back.
yeah. But for the gun store owner, he got to make a profit 3 times.
3 times?
When he sold it, when he bought it for a hell of a discount, and then when he resold it again to me. I guess that'd be twice, not 3 times.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah.
like confused. I'm like, did someone else coveted buy it and his wife like called him a bitch and he took it back too?
But he got to turn over the same product twice.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, I would love to sell the same sign to a person like 8 times. That'd be cool.
said,
I
Mommy
used to
said I
get
couldn't. Mommy said I couldn't have it, so here.
I used to get lucky in the used gun section. Not so much anymore.
This is the first time I ever bought and got this sort of lucky on it as far as a good deal ever.
Yeah,
I mean, I
recently,
guess the PPQ was good luck, but heck,
recently at my local gun store, I found a Browning high power, like a Belgium one. It's rather nicely blued and everything, but it's like $400. I'm like, it's a dumb gun.
what's wrong with it?
I have no idea.
Well, if it was, were you saying it was made in Belgium?
Yeah,
Well, if it was in reasonably good condition, that may have been a good turnaround gun. Buy it, resell it. I
like
mean,
it looked like it was in good condition. I
I
couldn't
mean,
see anything wrong with it.
I mean, if you're not into those particular guns, I mean, because there is some room there to buy it at $400 and then turn around and sell it and make a profit.
Buy
I
it,
don't know.
sell it to Bob for 900.
Yep.
I was actually thinking like I could buy this and then make a video of me like chopping it in half and send it to Bob.
That'd be pretty messed up.
Ah, it'd be funny.
Just chopping a gun in half is like sacrilegious.
Nah, occasionally you need to chop a gun in half.
That'd be a violation of the TOS of gun channels.
The what?
TOS.
I don't know.
You know, when you sign up for something and there's all that jibber jabber at the beginning and you skip on down and just hit I agree,
Yeah, no one actually reads those things, so I'm gonna call your bluff on that and say it isn't.
that's the TOS. Terms of service.
Yeah, I would call your bluff on that and say there is no like I didn't sign a term of service saying that I can't like annoy Bob.
No, I'm going to start to make my dinner. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat and then relax. So, talk to you later.
Mm-mm-mm. Love Doritos.
All right, hey guys, I'm gonna shut this lobby down. Thanks everyone for joining.